This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Thousands of dollars raised to help an organization that helps others. We'll recap the most successful Shawnee Riverfest to date. Plus, a local Little League team is one step closer to a state tournament. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Sugart in tonight for Ken Karras. You can watch us in high definition on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and take us wherever you are via our free Samsung Productions app, so download it today. Now to our headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Hazleton City Council is taking the first step towards finding a solution to its payroll problems. Council voted last night to approve a motion by Councilwoman Grace Kuzo. It allows the city to solicit proposals from financial consulting firms in order to prepare an emergency action plan. That plan would then need council approval. Now you can read much more about the story in today's Standard Speaker or at standardspeaker.com. More jobs are coming to the Laurel Mall. The Laurel Mall's newest tenant, Bouncing USA, will host a job fair tomorrow from 10:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. Full and part-time positions are available. Come prepared for an interview and bring your resume. The job fair takes place in Bouncing USA's future home, which is located next to Old Navy. More than 2,000 people raised a record amount for Shawnee Riverfest 6. Tonight, we have the latest from the man who started it all. I'm pleased to welcome back to our studios our good friend Gil Coronado. He is fresh off Shawnee Riverfest 6. He is the organizer and founder of that huge event. He is also with Sela Management. We would like to say congratulations on a really wonderful event, and we were proud to be a media sponsor of it. Have you come down off your high from everything, and have you gotten a chance to sleep?
Yes, I have. I've gotten my 2 weeks worth of rest, but yes, we are so proud of SSPTV's support of this incredible event. We're just so elated from the attendance of both the pre-party and the event itself.
You put a lot of hard work into this, and for anyone who wasn't there, it was a major event. Major talent on the stage, both at the pre-party on Saturday and then at the Riverfest itself on Sunday. So take us through some of the highlights.
Well, we had 15 acts coming together to perform at the pre-party as well as the free concert. So that in itself was an amazing task to do. But the pre-party was an intimate way for the sponsors and for the public to see what they're going to see really the next day. So obviously there were some collaborations during the pre-party. That was an amazing highlight of the event itself. And then we also had during the concert itself wonderful collaborations with Fuchsia Dance Company and acts like Wyland, Wild Plains, and of course Mark Isaiah. And so just some beautiful, beautiful talent, and also Karras as well. So it was just a wonderful show.
I was pleased to have been there for the pre-party. It was fabulous. I couldn't believe the entertainment that took to the stage. Each and every one of them truly was fantastic. So kudos to you. A lot of work involved, a lot of talent involved, and you were raising money for the Pocono Alliance. So I don't have a drum roll right now, but I think we should have one, because in the end, what was the success of this, and what did you present a check to the Pocono Alliance for?
Pocono Alliance is an incredible organization that we're proud to be affiliated with this year. We raised over $14,100 for this organization. Wow. They work with 531 organizations and services in our community to meet the needs. And wherever that need is in our community, they come together and they find a way to meet that need. So we're very proud of this relationship and this partnership with the Pocono Alliance, and we're looking forward to Shawnee Riverfest 7.
Give us a hint. Do you have dates set for next year already? You're already starting to work?
Yes, July 8th, 2018.
So congratulations on the successes. You will be back to talk to us about more fantastic events that you will be involved in, and we look forward to Shawnee Riverfest 7.
Yes, we're excited to come back and share more events in this community, wonderful community that we have.
All right, you heard it here. A successful event helping other people. That's what it's all about. Gil will be back with more in the months to come. And of course, SSPTV, a proud media sponsor of Shawnee Riverfest 6. Well, if you're considering chiropractic care, our Janine Mazurkevich explains what takes place during your first appointment at Sacco Chiropractic.
So every new patient that comes here to Sacco Chiropractic will go through a muscle analysis. So explain that to us.
So everybody that comes in, we do a scan of your back. It's an EMG muscle scan. So it's measuring the electrical activity in your muscles right down your spine. So it connects everything right back to your nervous system for me. So it might show if something's too high or too low. It might show the areas that you have stress. It might show areas where you have a pinched nerve and the power is not really coming out. But this is a different approach that we use for everybody that comes in, just so we can really dig in a little bit deeper and see without actually having to use an X-ray or an MRI to really dig in a little bit deeper and see.
So are there specific points, as we're watching the video, what kind of points are you going to on the back?
So the system actually tells you where to put it. You start in neck and you work all the way down to your low back. And the different points are the different areas where the power is really coming out, should be coming out higher for that muscle segment. It measures really in your lower neck here, and that'll show anything coming out or going down your arms. And then in your low back, it'll also show anything that comes out and goes down your legs. So if somebody would be having sciatica for some reason, it might either be showing up that it's really high coming out of your back and that's going down your leg, or it might show that something's low and it's coming out because something's being pressed by a nerve or by a disc in your low back and going down your leg.
All right, so when we look at the results for this patient, it's not good if you have red, correct?
No, it's not. This side, the green shows optimal. So on this side, it always shows what your scan looks like. So you want to be closer towards that green. You want to be more balanced. You don't necessarily have to be all green, but you definitely want to have balance on both sides.
Very good. Thank you so much for the tips of the week here at Sacco Chiropractic. We'll see you next week on SSPTV News.
Thanks, Janine. Well, just a reminder that our SSPTV programming is available tonight and every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. until 8 p.m. on our high-definition channel 513. And you can also catch a rebroadcast of SSPTV News tonight at 8 p.m. on both channels, Channel 13 and HD 513, and of course also on our app. Still ahead on SSPTV News, Dennis Gantz is back in the Huntin' Woods. And our very own John-Eric Poli teams up with Ken Karras to discuss women in the UFC. You're watching SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hey folks, welcome to this week's segment. I'm Dennis Gantz, and this week we're talking a little bit of preparation. It's the middle of July. We're in the heart of that mode of getting ready for deer season. You may be going on an elk hunt, but you're doing everything you can, checking trail cameras, setting tree stands, getting yourself ready to be in position to take that shot this fall. One of the things we do a lot of, if you're an archer, is shoot. We've got our bow here, and we've got to make sure that our equipment stays in the best condition that we can. We don't want anything breaking at that moment of truth. So one of the things I want to talk a little bit about today is a very simple steps that you can do to protect two things. One, keep your bow quiet, and two, keep that string lasting as long as you can. When you shoot a lot, and one of the things that I do is I really shoot a lot, your string is going to dry out, it's going to stretch. You want to maintain that good strength and durability of that string. They are not cheap, okay? A good string is going to cost you anywhere from $100 on up. So you want to make sure that that string lasts you as long as you can. One way to do that, it's very simple, is buy yourself some bowstring wax from your local archery shop or sporting goods store, okay? And all you do, it's like a tube of chapstick. Just push that up till the wax comes up out of there a little bit, and you're just gonna go everywhere that string is at, okay? You don't wanna go on the serving areas or whatnot, but anywhere there's string, put a little bit of wax, just like that, and once you're done, we'll set that off to the side there. Run your fingers up and down that to heat it up, build up some friction. What that's going to do is it's going to melt that wax into that string. It's going to treat it and keep it longer lasting. If you've been shooting a lot, especially with this hot weather, and you're out there and you're noticing your string's really starting to show some fraying and whatnot, that's a sign that your string is starting to dry out. That's where you start having problems, where the string stretches too much or it may even break. So you want to make sure that you take care of that. Another thing that you can keep an eye on is if your peep sight happens to turn a lot, put it into the bow press or take it to your archery shop, ask them to do that. It's very simple. You're just going to take the loop off one end on one of the cams, do a twist or a half a twist, line that back up so it comes back in its perfect position. Another thing you can do is grab a set of your Allen wrenches and check all your Allen screws. Make sure they're tight, okay? You can always bang on the top of the bow just like that. If you hear any kind of vibrations, then go ahead and check all your screws. Make sure they're tightened up as best they possibly can. Keep that bow as quiet as you can. If you have any questions for us here at Wild About Hunting, email us at info@wildaboutHunting.com. And good luck this season. We'll see you next week, somewhere in the hunting woods.
Thanks, Dennis. And you can catch a new episode of Wild About Hunting every Monday at 3:30 p.m. right here on SSPTV.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Well, it was a very patriotic scene today in downtown Hazleton. Let's see if we have clear skies to go along with Old Glory. Here's the latest forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy skies, our low 67 degrees. Moving on to the 4-day outlook, sunny and warm tomorrow, a high of 84. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms at night, muggy with a low only around 70. More sunshine Friday with a slight chance of showers in the day and evening. High 81, overnight low 67 degrees. Cooler for the weekend. Cloudy skies on Saturday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Saturday's high 76, the low 69. And Sunday is more of the same. Cloudy with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. A high of 78 and an overnight low of 68 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Open daily 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays and holidays 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Stop by for our ice cream and yogurt, now featuring fat-free, no sugar-added soft frozen yogurt with flavors like vanilla, strawberry, and strawberries and cream. We also have burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. And like us on Facebook.
Well, a major fundraising event continues for the Hazleton YWCA. Tonight we hear from an Ironman competitor who owes his success to the local Y.
Frank Romero here at the Hazy Y pool, and wanted to talk to you about my experience here at the pool. When I first started swimming, it was 2012, and I couldn't do 4 laps in this pool in 15 minutes. And now I'm an Ironman athlete. That means I can swim 2.4 miles without a problem. I'm grateful for this pool being here and allowing me to put the training time in, giving me the opportunity to meet some great people, great friends. We're met here at the Hazy Y pool. It's a place for us to meet up and also for me to get some of my training time. So that's why it's important to me. Why the strive to revive the Hazy pool is so important. This is not just for athletes, but it is important for us local athletes that use this pool to get ready for events. But there's times that we just get together. This is where I spend time with my family as well, and we enjoy the family swim and the open swims here. So it is not just about athletes, it's about everyone in the community enjoying this pool. And in order for us to make this pool better, we're going to need that strive to revive. Proceeds from this year's YWCA sponsored events, including the 2017 NEPA Endurance Fest Race Series, will go to the Strive to Revive the Hazy Pool. For more information, go to the hazyracing.com website or find us on Facebook under Hazy Racing.
All right, maybe you won some cash to donate to the Hazleton Y. Here's our green screen, our Pennsylvania Lottery midday winning numbers. The pick 2, 3-2. The pick 3 is 631. The pick 4, 0247. And the pick 5, 36440. The wild card for today is 3, and we hope that you're a winner.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
A big first and second inning propelled Valley West into a winner-take-all game tonight in the Section 6 Little League All-Star Tournament. The 10 to 12-year-old All-Star team scored 18 runs in the first and second innings against Stroudsburg, who beat them earlier in the week. Brett Antolik hit 3 home runs. Jonas Saponik struck out 6 on the mound. The two teams play again at 6 p.m. with the winner moving on to the state tournament. The Rail Riders split a doubleheader against Norfolk, and the Cubs continue to roll after the All-Star break. Well, recently, our very own Ken Karras sat down with our John Eric Poli to talk about John's time in Las Vegas at a special UFC event. If you haven't heard it by now, John Eric Poli has that story with Kenny right now.
Here's some things you might not know about our John Eric Poli, your bartender, right? I mean, so that town. He's also a throws coach at Pittston Area High School and a huge UFC fan. You were just in Las Vegas, John. Big fan fest, I guess, going on down there. One of the events you went to, a women's panel. And maybe a few years ago, this wouldn't have been possible because you told me there's been a rise of women in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a few years ago, this wasn't even a thought. Dana White said, why would I have women fighting in my business for it? This doesn't make sense. And now all of a sudden, it's taken off. Women have been taking over. You know, Ronda Rousey, probably the biggest star ever in mixed martial arts, and the biggest pay-per-view ever, or the one with the most crowd attendance, I should say, was headlined by 2 women, co-main event by 2 women. So it's just something that's been taking off, and for something that you never thought would have ever happened has now been probably the best move of the company.
So, John, you told me this group of women, really the pioneers, I guess, of this. They're the first generation coming through. So it was kind of different when they were getting their start compared to maybe some of the women starting up now.
Exactly. A lot of these women, surprisingly, when they were getting signed by the UFC, they had no idea what it even was. And I know, like Chris Sideboard, growing up in Brazil, she said her parents were trying to force her to become a dentist. And then now she said, it was really funny, now I punch teeth out for a living. And then I know Paige Van Zandt, I know if anyone watches Dancing with the Stars, probably saw her on there and saw her story. She was bullied growing up, actually. So she just took the classes just as self-defense. And next thing you know, I was like, hey, you know what, you're pretty good at this. You should try this out. And now next thing you know, she's a professional. And then for the strawweight champ, Ioana Jędrzejczyk, she actually started off in Muay Thai, very good at it, and didn't expect she'd ever be that good. Competes for a world championship there. And then all of a sudden, her career took a turn to mixed martial arts, and I'll let her tell you about that now.
I used to do just kickboxing and Muay Thai, and my trainers, they were like, you should try MMA. I was like, no, I don't like it. I like it, sandwiches, cauliflowers, and I was like, there is no way I will do this, you know? I want to look like a girl, not like a gremlin, you know? But the thing is, one day I was like, okay, why not? So I joined the jiu-jitsu class, but it was very, very difficult. So I got so mad when they submitted me so many times, you know, at the beginning. But then I was like, keep calm and keep on training. And I just became a UFC fighter one day and the champion.
So there's that information, interesting there, John. And there's something else to all this. And earlier I said, you know, why are people, you know, tuning into the women? And a lot, I guess we were talking about, has to do with personality. They are very talented. A lot of them are very attractive too, John. And this is interesting in women's sports when you talk about this, because so much more than a pretty face, you know what I mean? And they really are. I'm a huge fan of women's soccer. And I remember watching the World Cup. I don't say it was a part of it, but it was discussed. You know, you can be extremely good looking, and men too, you know, and playing, I think, a Cristiano Ronaldo, a very handsome man who's very good with a soccer ball. But I guess this is part of the discussion, though, too, when it comes to women's MMA.
It is, and you know, before when you asked me why do people want to watch the women, I didn't want to come out and say, you know, oh, it's because they're good looking.
Yeah, first off, because obviously it's so much more than that.
That is, it really is. I mean, they are very, very good looking. A lot of them do modeling work on the side, but I think with that being said, though, you have to realize that their body does serve a purpose. You know, they're not eating the way how they're eating or working out the way how they're working in order to look sexy. That's not what they're doing. In fact, I'm going to throw it to Michelle Watterson now, who her name's the Karate Hottie, fits well, as we were just saying, and let her tell you why she decided to do ESPN The Body, and actually her photos came out so well that she was on the cover of the issue.
Yeah, it was a huge experience, something that I was nervous to do, something that I was, you know, a little scared to do, but at the end of the day, the things that scare you is what makes you, you know, stronger. And I did it because I want the idea of the body the stereotype of the body to be different and something other than sexual. You know, I want people to look at the body as an athletic piece of art. You know, we all are given this body when we're born, and you can literally do whatever you want with it. You can destroy it, or you can build it up to become whatever you want it to be. And that's a very powerful thing. And that's the message that I wanted to get out there.
So there was Michelle probably putting it much more eloquently than we could possibly do sitting here, John. And like you said, it is interesting because it is a question. And I guess it's an individual thing. Listen, if you want to embrace that and be a model and let it be part of your life, fantastic. If not, you know, you don't have to. But definitely talented. John, thank you for discussing it today. And John will be back because there's a big boxing match coming up that a lot of people are talking about.
That's right, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. And why I was in Vegas, it wasn't all UFC. I am a big boxing fan as well. So I actually did get to go to Floyd Mayweather's camp. I spoke with a couple of his uncles. I spoke with some guys that are training there in the gym. And I have some big insight for the fight. So if you're going to place a bet, don't do it just yet. Wait for about a week before the fight. We'll be back, and I'll try to help everybody out on the fight.
All right, well, John, we appreciate your time today. And look for more sports stories and other stories, I guess, from our John Eric Foley here on SSP TV News.
Thanks, John, for working on your vacation. Finally, news tonight from Pocono Raceway. Brandon Igdalski has resigned as president and CEO of the track. He's taking a position with NASCAR as their managing director of event marketing and promotion. Nick Igdalski will now serve as Pocono CEO. Ben May will be the president. Next Sunday is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Overton's 400 at the Tricky Triangle, and we will be giving away tickets very soon. That's sports for tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The Hazleton Area Public Library 2017 Summer Reading Club for grades 1 through 6 continues on July 27th at 10 a.m., featuring Build a Healthier You. You can sign up for the event by July 24th. Anyone that attends is asked to wear sneakers and clothes that are suitable for exercise. There are 2 dogs missing in our area. One dog is a black lab and the other is a yellow lab. They were last seen on Route 940. If anyone sees the dogs, you can contact Tricia at the numbers on your screen and an award will be given. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Florence E. Conklin, Hazleton. The Belts Petrilli Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Pedro Miguel Peralta, Bronx, New York. Mass will be Friday at 10 a.m. at the Annunciation Parish at the Church of St. Gabriel's in Hazleton. Friends may call Thursday from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Elizabeth L. Prochko, Palmer Township. The memorial will be Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Morello Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. Richard S. Stewart, Hazleton. Services will be private under the direction of the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. David C. Wenner, Mountaintop. Memorial will be Saturday at 10 a.m. from the Simon S. Russian Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Ann Snyder of Gordon. Call now at 570-455-7267, extension 104 for your free movie.
Thank you for watching SSPTV News. Kenny's on assignment. He'll be back tomorrow. See what he has in store for us, what he's covering tonight. Have a great evening, everyone. Don't forget, download the app.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.